Trying to have more than one alignment in a single line in Word can be tricky. Oftentimes, we might just try to force the right alignment with a combination of spaces and tabs. And that's exactly what I've done in this resume here. As you can see, not everything is perfectly lined up. You can see that with the X here, it's not quite lined up with the 7, especially here, that X and that 5 aren't quite lined up. However, there is a way to set Word's formatting to easily work with multiple alignments in a single line. And it all starts with your ruler at the top here. If you can't see your ruler, go ahead, click on View, and just make sure that ruler is checked. Yours might look like this without the ruler. Click on View, check on Ruler, and then you should be able to have your ruler visible. Next, we're going to work with this little box at the top left right here. This tells Word what kind of alignment we want after hitting the Tab button. By default, it's set to a left tab for left alignment. Click it once, and we have a center tab for center alignment. Click it again, and now we have a right tab for right alignment. If you are working on a Mac, you may, when you click that button, get a drop-down menu. You can just select right, and it'll accomplish the same thing. Next, what we're going to do is place our cursor, our blinking cursor, right in front of our location. And we're going to just delete the spaces and tabs. And you're going to just bring that all the way back to the organization name. You can go ahead and do the same thing for the date as well. So we're going to keep our cursor in between the organization and the location. What we're going to do next is we're going to click in the ruler. I like to click right around the 6 here, and you'll see we get an icon that looks much like the one in this little icon at the top left. We're going to click and drag that into this triangle here. You'll note that the dotted lines line up right where the light ruler and the gray ruler meet. What this does is it tells Microsoft Word where we want our cursor to go after we hit the Tab button. And with that backwards L from this icon, it tells Microsoft Word that we want a right alignment. So now that we've done that, we should be able to hit the Tab button and it moves to the right and it has right alignment. Let's do the same thing for the date. We'll get rid of the spaces and tabs there. Click in the ruler, drag it into the triangle, and then hit the Tab button. You can see that now we've got perfect right alignment. So in your resume, what you'd want to do is do that for all of the dates and locations. So we'll get rid of the spaces and tabs, click, drag into the triangle, hit Tab. Get rid of the spaces and tabs, click in the right triangle, drag, and there you go, hit the Tab button. Now if you wanted to expedite the process a little bit, you can delete the spaces and tabs just by highlighting them with your mouse, hitting delete, clicking in the ruler, dragging to the triangle, and hitting the Tab button. Now, this is going to be a little bit tedious, but as you can see, once you get into the swing of things with this process, it's going to go by real quickly. You're going to be able to do this very fast. And once it is done, you can make changes to your resume quite easily. For example, let's say I'm not graduating in May 2017, I'm graduating in December. Well, you can just highlight the month and then just type in December. And note, the year is staying put. Well, let's say I change degrees. I'm no longer counting. Maybe I'm energy commerce. Again, let's highlight this and we'll type energy commerce. And you can see that the month and the year are staying put. The line won't move on to the next line until it's a full line. Now, if you were starting from scratch, and I'll just make a new document from scratch. There we go. I'll copy and paste the information there. Let's start with our section header. We'll make an education section header. So as you can see, I haven't done anything with alignment yet. But before we even get started with actually writing out our experience, you're going to want to make sure, oh, take a look at that. It's still set as a right tab because that's what I was last working with in Word. So it will carry over that kind of formatting into a new document if you open from a document that has a right tab. But as you can see, that icon is missing here. So we'll click and drag. And so now we've got our right alignment. So what you can do is do your university name. So University, Rawls College of Business. And then we'll get rid of the bold. And when I tab over, it's going to go to the right margin. And watch. Big text. It gives us that right alignment. Now hit enter to get to the next line. And if you take a look right up here, that icon is still there. So if you start with this formatting from the very beginning and you just keep hitting enter to go to the next line, it's going to keep that formatting there for you. So we'll make this italics, and when you put in your degree, Bachelor of Administration, let's say Finance, and then hit tab over, let's say graduation May 2017. So it keeps that right alignment just where you need it, just when you want it.